when he beat Kyron Wilson for the loss of just 2 frames in the final. He's been 3 times runner-up to Judd Trump, of course, in the Northern Ireland Open. Will that great escape just now serve as an inspiration for a memorable fight back?
Well, he's left that long red onto the right corner again. He's got a good cue ball. Don't think he's left a red on, and that little kiss there has made the safety difficult. That's what's surprising, and it was the same rest shot that he missed earlier this afternoon. Well, that's all he could do.
Selby looking for his 19th career ranking title should he win this evening. Top of the tree after his 6th world title took him ahead of Hendry on 37. Touching both. Mustn't move either of them. Mustn't cannon that red. Well, looking at the possible double here, but he'll be concentrating on that white ball back into the balk area. He's caught it a little thin. He could have left the red on here. He's going to be fortunate if he hasn't. Now, can he see enough of it? Tried to bring the black into play, and that's just what he did. And he's finished very nicely on the brown to go into that pack of reds if he wants to. He could play for the loose one to the left corner. There's one to the right corner as well. This is all about decisions on how you feel. It's into them. And he's on one. And that worked out nicely.
6.
Oh, complaining about the kick again, which took the pace out of a cue ball. Left him with a more difficult black.
We've seen flashes of brilliance from O'Sullivan on his run to the final this week. That dazzling century he made against Alan Taylor.
14.
Made another big 100 against Chang Bing-Yu. And of course the comeback against Li Hang. He needs to produce that kind of form now in a sustained way.
Yes, well, he's showing the fighting qualities, that's for sure. When he missed that red in the last frame.
21.
No. he got another chance.
22.
When he broke down on 8, he thought long and hard about the safety. He's still fighting hard now. As he just run out of position. He adds to the left corner.
29. Thirty. $47. 38.
It's pretty rare to see Mark Selby miss with the rest, but actually he's only 3 from 7.
Well, he didn't go down for one of the baulk colours, trying to play for the blue or pink. Fully expected to get it. Now, Mark Selby with a chance.
One.
Pink going at the back of the reds there just makes the red below it a little safer.
Thank you.
That red was on a moment ago. No, it isn't.
Eight.
Well, might have to go down for the blue, but that could do him a favour. The reds could do with some attention. Got to get top side of it though,
Yeah.
which he has done.
The rest today.
All depends on the split, and it hasn't gone well. The red
21.
could be cuttable to this right corner, but you won't quite know. This is thin. Good shot.
22.
And he's got the cue ball out to baulk as well. Well, that couldn't have landed any better for the red. Fraction harder would have been very difficult.
$26.
Well, he had a great chance to win that last frame until he missed with the rest. But there's no problem balls now. Got to be a long bridge.
$42. $49. $50.
Made sure of being the right side of the blue. All important.
$55. $56.
Disappointment of not pinching the previous frame. And put himself within one of the title.
Well, that could have been better. You'd expect him to pot this, but there's a lot of pressure out there.
Yellow, green and brown required.
$61.
Goodness me.
Yeah,
Well,
there's a
Selby,
lot of
61.
pressure out there. And he's been fortunate to cover the green. Could so easily have been left on. And that was the position on the yellow which took him away from the green. All these thoughts are in your mind as you're playing them. Oh, can he get it safe? Oh, not a good kiss.
Well, having missed the green, Selby was certainly fortunate not to leave it. He could so easily have done so.
Yep, O'Sullivan knows that as well. Now, does he play to cut the green in? It's cuttable. It'd be on the brown, screwing off two cushions, side and black. But he could leave the green on. No attempt.
Seven-three up within two of the title. O'Sullivan way back, but you can feel the tension out there. That was evidenced in Selby's miss on the green. Will it prove expensive?
That was a good safety. That's where he played the green. Pink's there. So I've got to think of something different. It's a great attempt. Long way off. A long way off. Oh, and the big fella.
That's Selby, 7. Yeah.
He's got to hit this. And he's got to leave it safe.
And that's just what he's done. Trusted to luck a little, but it's worked out. Get the green safe. The snooker's a bonus. He's considering taking it on, but it's very dangerous to take it on. If he got very near to it and missed it, it would be over the pocket. But he only needs the green. Well, that's just what's happened. Now, can O'Sullivan see the green? I think he can.
A relatively straightforward green, albeit a pressure one just now.
3.
Now, what? Do you take the brown on to the green pocket, the yellow pocket, the middle, or the safety? All or nothing.
Sullivan, 3.
He'd have probably won the frame had it gone in, but needing 2 snookers. And no mistake this time.
Well, that would be a big relief for Mark Selby. This would have hurt to lose this frame. As it is, he's now back in full control of the final
9.
and closing in on his second consecutive Scottish Open title. Ronnie O'Sullivan won an unexpected reprieve, but in missing the brown, has he missed his last chance to snatch this title away from his great rival. 31 the difference with just 13 left. Beg your pardon, 29 the difference. But either way, a very long way back with just pink and black to play with. Three snookers required.
Yeah, he didn't try for the snooker. His first shot, he just tried to keep that pink on the table and get some table time. Barring in offs, which he could do here if it hit it hard enough.
No problem, in goes the pink, and that could be the decisive blow in this final for Mark Selby. Has by and large been rock solid throughout the day and is now just one frame away from lifting his 19th ranking title. And it would be his 11th in a row in finals. He's won his last 10 out of 10 ranking finals. That is some achievement.
It certainly is. Now, O'Sullivan, point of no return. He's left a long red on to the left corner. Cannot afford to miss from now on. His next miss could be his last one. But not interested. Wants to keep O'Sullivan tight. Took the risk on hitting that red. He wanted to open the reds up and try and get into some kind of a run. That's his only way back now to stampede Mark Selby.
That was kind of what he did in their World semi-final, but of course he was only 2 down with 3 to play then. Now he's 5 down with 6 to play.
Yeah, but the tactic worked, didn't it? Because look at the reds. He knew he was leaving a lot of reds on if he missed that shot. Yeah, you expect him to take pot. It's a good tactic. But now, he's got to prove that opening the reds up really pays dividends. If he could win the next two, 8-5 doesn't sound so bad.
$16.
He's the kind of guy that can just knock in 3 or 4 frames in the space of 20 minutes.
$25.
Beautiful little cannon he played there.
32.
Leave himself nicely on this red.
33.
Five reds, 5 blacks.
$41.
He's not really bothered about maximums, although he has made 15 of them. More than anybody else.
We've already had 7 this season, including one in this tournament, of course, by China's Zhou Yulong. There's no longer the
49.
carrot of a £1 million bonus to be shared if there are 20 for the entire campaign. But making one is always special, even though they're more commonplace these days. And it would be typical of O'Sullivan, wouldn't it, to make his mark in some way on this final, if it isn't to be in winning the actual trophy.
Well, they're certainly there, Philip, although the red behind the pink needs some attention. His main concern at the moment is knocking in 2 more reds, making the frame safe. Oh dear. Just careless, that. It's not pressure, that. That's just careless. Just didn't take enough care. Took it for granted. Can't possibly miss that. And yet, he did. Now, Mark Selby, this frame, to make him champion. And he's still got that problem of the red next to the pink. I was about to say this time round would be a good time to make contact with that red by the pink left of it. But he's not got the angle to play that shot. But you'd expect him to pot it.
$17.
No. He's still got that problem of the red next to the pink. So if he can leave an angle on the blue here, to play a cannon to the pink, he'd have the red to the middle. Guaranteed.
22.
Let's see if he's thinking same plan.
23.
Just a little touch. And that
28.
has worked out beautifully. Came to the table 64 behind.
29.
It looked like O'Sullivan was just coasting. It was a simple red that he missed. He couldn't believe it. He just didn't give it enough care. Simple as that.
Yes, and that misread is the one that may yet save him. The last obstacle, you would think, for Selby.
Well, the first part was leaving an angle on this pink to get to the red, and he's left that. He's perfect on this red, on this pink. Now just needs to drop it in dead weight. Give the red every chance of going in. And he should have a nice angle on the black to get to the yellow. Well, chose to screw it in, and he's perfect. He missed the green in the last frame, but I can't see him missing anything this time round. Not for the title.
49.
Only one player has successfully defended in the home nations, Judd Trump, who's done it twice in the Northern Ireland Open against the man
51.
watching Mark Selby potentially head to the winning line. It's not been O'Sullivan's day. Looked for all the world as though he was
64.
going to take us to a mid-session interval when he made 64, and a maximum break looked well within his compass, but the red stayed out.
58.
And this would be a classy way for the former world #1 and 3 times world champion to seal the deal.
$63.
He's underhit it though. He's underhit it. He's going to have to go all the way around the table to go in off here. So, full concentration mode. He's played it well. Just a
59.
little too hard. Just a little. But this for the title. It's there.
Mark
76.
Selby is still to be beaten in the Scottish Open, only his second appearance, and he has successfully retained the title. He is the Scottish Open champion for the second year running, and what a way to do it. A winning clearance of 76. He has comprehensively beaten one of his fiercest rivals by 9 frames to 3.